Hey, welcome back and thank you for listening. David from Unqualified Critics, and I'm going to talk to you today about an opinion I have, specifically modding Arcade1ups. Not modding in general, not building your own arcade cabinet, I think that's different, but modding an Arcade1up to be a different cabinet than what it came as. And this might be a little bit controversial. I imagine a lot of you who watch my videos do mod your Arcade1ups. It's a very popular thing to do. You can tell when you read through the forums, and obviously even on YouTube, a ton of guys are doing this and seem to be having fun with it. And so more power to you if you enjoy it. I'm just speaking on my opinion, and I haven't really modded an Arcade1up before, and very deliberately so, and I'll tell you why. What I have done are much more minor projects. Replacing the tension springs from the 1 pound JLF spring you get with normal Sanwa sticks to a 2 pound, and replacing square restrictor gates to the Sanwa octagonal gates for fighting games. I've done that with 2 of my cabinets, and I'm really glad I did. I've considered upgrading speakers on a couple cabinets, but other than that, there really isn't any mod I've even considered doing. And why is that? Well, for years, we've had products from people like Rec Room Masters, and more recently, there is a build your own arcade kit you can get from Micro Center. Not 100% sure if they still offer that, but I knew they came out with it pretty soon after Arcade1up launched. And those don't seem to be super popular. I don't see a lot of content made around those offerings. Maybe because, like with Rec Room Masters, they've been out for a while, and there are some videos out there. I'm not saying there aren't, but it seems to be more exciting for people to mod the Arcade1up. Well, the Arcade1up is not the highest quality cabinet. Something from Rec Room Masters is going to be heavier, it's going to be more substantial, and it's going to be designed for you to bring your own controls to the table. The Arcade1ups were designed for specific artwork, and they come with a very specific control panel, and so you're buying that and then replacing it to look different, but then it's not a really high quality multicade at that point. It's kind of a low quality multicade, in my opinion. And in many cases, you're losing what I think is the unique value of the Arcade1up, which is the artwork. So there are a ton of mods where people replace the 17-inch monitor we get with a Dell 20-inch monitor. And I'd love to have a 20-inch monitor here, but then you have to buy custom bezel graphics, which are available aftermarket. But a lot of people don't do that. And so now the arcade, which should have a really nice bezel around the monitor, just doesn't. That might sound like a minor nitpick, but I don't think I would have ever gotten into Arcade1ups if they didn't have something approaching arcade authentic visuals. And I know they aren't always one-to-one, by the way, but you get the bezel artwork, you get the artwork in all the right places except the kick plate, which is lame. And it looks like the cabinet. Right now as we speak, I'm looking at my Golden Tee, and it looks like a mini Golden Tee. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it because I didn't have anywhere else to play Golden Tee. I could have bought a trackball and played on my computer or something. There are any number of ways to play these games. And I especially don't understand really playing console games. So all the people that buy an Xbox 360 and hook it up to an aftermarket monitor and stand at their arcade and play that. And again, if it might sound like I'm hating on that. If that's what you do and you enjoy it, then that's sweet. You know, these cabinets are made to have fun, and I'm not here to police that at all, but I'm just sharing my opinion. I don't get it. I'd rather lay on my couch and play Xbox that way. Don't really want to stand up at even a 20-inch monitor, which, by the way, is probably going to be 4x3, and try to play an Xbox 360 game. I just don't really understand that. Now, there are some games that we're probably never going to get official releases for. Games like Donkey Kong, and that's been a popular one where someone buys an Arcade1up and reskins it as Donkey Kong, and some of those projects that are out there have been real labors of love, and you can tell by looking at it. The artwork is on point, the bezels are there, everything is there. The side panels are done up, and it looked really good. And I'm not hating on that. That's awesome. That's a piece of art, and you're never going to get it. But what about the guys who did NBA Jam a year ago? There were a lot of NBA Jam conversions, and then now we're going to get real NBA Jam, which has online play. It's got the stereo speakers, and it's basically the quality that we're looking for as enthusiasts, but it's legit now. I know if that were me, I would not want my conversion anymore. I would still want to buy the new one. And so if that's the case, then again, what really is the point? And then the last part for me is just purely personal preference. If I start tinkering with this stuff, I'll never stop. And I know that's how it is for a lot of guys, because it's really about the project. And that works for some people. But for me, when I come down to my basement, I don't want to be inundated with a project that's hanging over my head. I just want to be able to turn on the game and immediately play it. And that is why I've never gotten into virtual pinball, as much as I'd love to have pinball in the house. And I did say virtual pinball because even virtual pinball has stuff that can break down, and you generally have to replace the hardware every so often because the tech gets better. And if you don't have great physics on virtual pinball and you're not keeping up with the latest tech, For me, that would be frustrating. So it might sound kind of dumb, but if I get a product from the store and it kind of comes one way and it comes at a level of quality I'm happy with, which is not quite the Toy Shock, but a step above that, which I'm hoping we're going to get this fall from Arcade1up, or even from Toy Shock with their upgraded model that's coming, then I could kind of understand that and buy it and leave it alone. But if it's something I'm building, I'm just always going to be messing with it. And I can already tell you guys there'll be parts everywhere. And I just don't want that. I want my game room to be a zen place where I can chill and relax. So what do you guys think about that? A lot of you have left really good comments over the past week. I've very much enjoyed reading them. I read every comment, and a lot of them are very thoughtful. So I'm curious what you guys think on this. I might have this totally wrong, and maybe I'm missing the point, and modding these is dope, and it gives you something to do with that cabinet for years versus just having it sit there and playing the same old games. My opinion's a little different than that, but let me know what you guys think. And the last thing I'll say, if you enjoy this video, please hit a like. If you didn't enjoy this video, I really do still appreciate you listening. This might be a controversial opinion, but you hung with me and I appreciate that. And make sure to subscribe if you want to hear more videos from us, and enable all notifications. That's crucial. YouTube just does not send out notifications like they used to. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you really soon.